Hello guys, how we doing? Welcome back to the West Ham World YouTube channel. It's Luke here, live on a Sunday morning. First chance I've got to get the review out really and talk about yesterday's game, which was a really, really important win. Since the last video I did, obviously we signed Axel Di Sassi on the transfer deadline day. I appeared on Hammer's Chat, their transfer deadline day show. So yeah, a few things have happened. We obviously had the Leeds Forest game on the Friday night, which it was a difficult one to watch because you start the game wanting Leeds to win. Leeds to lose, because we need to be within 2 points of them to keep them in it. And then when they went 2-3 up, you're thinking, I'm hoping it's an absolute massacre to put down Forest's goal difference. So with that result, we knew what we had to do. We had to win this game. This couldn't be a banana skin. This couldn't be another Wolves. This couldn't be another Forest. This had to be a big performance and a big win. Good morning, Andrew, mate. Nice to see you, mate. Yep, chat's interactive, guys. So, get your comments in and I'll read them out. And if there's any good questions, obviously, it will half the show. When the lineup come out, obviously, a few changes. Hermansen in goal. And obviously, Diassi started. We started really, really well. Passing the ball about. We was a little bit more clever with our press. And we was taking time with the ball. Like, there's ways of doing it. There's taking the time with the ball, doing it like Potter, where it's just boring and passing back and passing across the back line. And there's no sort of method in it. Where yesterday it felt like when we had the ball, we'd go and attack when we had the chance, but also we'd win it back and then take some breathers, especially in the second half when they had that 10-minute spell. Fantastic goal from Somerville. Fernandez, good slide rule pass into his feet, little dink from Somerville, absolutely on fire. Should be 6 in 6. If his goal wouldn't have been disallowed, it is 5 in 5. I think they said the last player to do that was Jesse Lingard. I don't know who the last player to do 6 in 6. I'm thinking maybe that's Diafra Sacco. Didn't Sacco go 7 in 7? I can't think of another player that's done that for a long, long time. I'll have to be interested if any of you guys know in the comments. But yeah, really good goal. Second goal came not much long after that. Brilliant play down the left-hand side. That's where most of our threat was coming from yesterday. And then, when he gets the chance to whip it with his Beckham-like delivery, Juve puts a great ball in. And I'm so glad Tati scored. It's great to see him get his Premier League goal. Obviously, he scored against QPR with a really good header as well. We need people to score. It can't just be Bowen and Somerville. The strikers need to be getting goals. Fernandez dipping in with a few goals the other day. It's good. We look a confident side, and I like that we wasn't affected by the Chelsea result, which, as fans that hurt, and I assume they really hurt after the game as well, after being 2-0 up. And you imagine, if we would have won that game and would even held on for the points, we would have been 2 points behind Forest. A win, we would have been level with them. So these games are really important, and it is going to be a roller coaster now between now and the end of the season. That's the way it's going to be. Second half, there was a 10-minute spell where they was on top, and I thought, oh, here we go. If they get one back, we're going to absolutely crap ourselves. We didn't. We survived it. Some good blocks, a couple of good saves needed. But we did well. We had a couple of half little chances. Second half, I think 2 major Bowen flash one over. But I thought we was well good for the win. After that little 10-minute spell that Burnley had, we got our foot on the ball. We brought Potsy on in midfield, who was doing the nasty stuff, and just a little bit calmer on the ball. I do love Potsy, so. That's what you want to see. That's what we should have done against Chelsea. And that's another good point to take from it is Nuno learnt from it. He learned, I'm not going to bring on Kilman when we're under pressure. I'm going to put another midfielder on who can get on the ball, give options, calm it down, put nasty tackles in, and it worked. Did we ride our luck a little bit? Yes, for a 10-minute spell. If that would have been a Man United who we got on Tuesday, or if that would have been Chelsea like it was last week, you get a result like Chelsea with the more clinical finishing of these better teams. But listen, we're winning games. We've won 4 out of 5. It's good form. It should have been 5 out of 5. But when you look at the bottom of the table, when they put it on Match of the Day, we're the team with the greens, as Gonzo said. Spurs, bad form. Palace, bad form. They just got more points than us, sadly. Forest could easily, with that Europa League campaign, very quickly, it could affect them. The Thursday, Sunday games, you've seen what it did to us a couple of years ago. So I'm hoping they can get dragged in. Again, as Nick said on Claret and Booze, it's nothing against Leeds, it's nothing against Forest. I just don't want to get relegated. I genuinely think if we stay up this season, it will be classic West Ham that next season we will have a really good season, because it always seems to be like that. We've had four bad seasons now. We're due one of them really good ones, and I think if we stay up, the form we will need to stay up will go into next season, because that's how West Ham seem to do. If we finish well, we start well. If we finish bad, we start bad. So I really hope we can get out of this. I really do. We've given ourselves a massive, massive chance now. Do I think we'll beat Manchester United? No. Could we get a point? Maybe. They're still conceding goals. They're strong. They're scoring goals, and they look very quick and electric. But I'm sure we'll be up for it. It's a night game at London Stadium. I'm sure we'll be up for it, and it's going to be a massive, massive game. Just back to the game yesterday, on performances, I thought most people, got the average sort of 7s. I thought everyone put in a decent shift and was working hard. Somerville was excellent, 10 out of 10 for him. Fernandez, brilliant, 8, 9. And I thought Diassi did okay. We didn't notice him. It wasn't like, oh, God, new player, nervy on the ball, he don't know who to pass to. He looked good, for a player that hadn't played since April. He didn't look like that. He didn't gas out at the end. He was quite physical, and was decent partnership. And that was a good first game for him to come into against, an opposition that haven't been playing that well. When Tobido comes back, I don't know. I don't know. We have to wait and see with Diassi for 3 games, because Mav's been brilliant. Mav is brilliant in the air, and I think he has been good. I do think Mav has been really, really good. It's going to be tough decisions. Obviously, the FA Cup at the weekend, I can't wait for that. I really want us to go for that. I think that winning in that, let's assume we lose to Manchester United on Tuesday, having the opportunity then to win and beat Burton keeps that mentality. If we lost to a Manchester United, then we had a tough league game again, and then you've lost 2 in a row, all of a sudden that negativity starts to creep in. But the fact that FA Cup game is there in the middle will give us a chance to keep that positivity up, and that's what you want, because we've got a chance. We have got a really, really good chance of staying up. Like I say, I think it will go down to maybe the last 2, maybe even the last 1 games. But all we can do is keep playing how we're playing, turn losses to draws and draws to wins, and we've got a massive chance. Massive, massive chance. Just seeing if there's any more comments, guys. No, you're all a bit shy today. That's fine. It is early in the morning. Big game today as well. Liverpool City. Come on, Liverpool, just do your job and lose. I think Arsenal have won it now, though, sadly. And I've got real bad nightmares that they're going to win the quadruple, which could be awful, and then I'll never ever watch football again. If that was the case, that would be awful, wouldn't it? That would be horrendous. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there, guys, because it is early. Not many of you are back, but if you do watch this back, I really do appreciate it. I'll be back after the Manchester United game on Tuesday night. I've been feeling a little bit rough though. I've got a really sore throat. It's not great, and there's definitely a bug going around in my school. So, I'm just trying to keep away from that. I don't want to get ill just before half term. But anyway, guys, keep yourself safe. Keep believing. Enjoy it while we're winning. It's been a bad time at West Ham for a couple of years. Just enjoy the fact we're winning, and we're still in it. We've still got a chance. Come on, you Irons. Keep believing. Let's go.